you're starting, start out farther. When you think God, I'm way out here, you're probably the right spot.
Okay.
Last night, it's really awesome, right? Because I can go, hey, look at this, bang. Right? I've muddied that lane. If he doesn't block it, is he dead?
Yep.
Right? First fastest shot, right? What's his first fastest shot on me?
What's that?
What's his first fastest shot?
Body
flat snap, right?
Yeah.
Really super cool because I throw this, he's going to throw that flat snap, right? So measure starts out farther. 2, when you're first starting out in the morning, or anytime you first put on armor, it is my opinion you should do slow work, right? Get out, you can call it fast and light, you want to call it whatever it is, but your muscles are all tight, your bellies are all full, right? Like all that stuff. You're out there like now, boom! I'm going to drive all this energy in. You're going to get sick. You're tired, right? Because your body's like, oh, there's too much shit going on. So go out and do fast and light, right? You're out here, go ahead and chill. You're out here, and we're just going to, right? Just let our bodies start moving in motion. If we touch each other, fine. That's about as fast as we're going, right? But it allows my muscles to start realizing, all right, we're going to start getting warm, right? All the stuff. And do that for a couple, 3 rounds. And it'll let your body loosen up. It'll be a lot less tight, a lot less prone to injury. What was the other thing? Oh, movement, right? So what you guys are doing is you're here, right? So you're getting ready to do no better. You're here and you're going, bang, I'm going to hit you right here, right? This is what I'm trying to do, right? One shot. I'm only thinking this one shot, right? Because you're like, this is my target. But if he closes that target off, I'm like, where do I go from here? If you want to get to that target, you throw something for it, right? Like I'm going to make him think I'm going to throw with that leg, right? It's all that deception, right? You move your feet, bang. Like you both, I noticed they're very heavy in your feet, and we talked about it yesterday on footwork. Concentrate on our footwork. You're not going to say, make sure you're in this spot. Who cares if somebody hits you, right? You're like, yeah, but you hit me, but I can move, right? So when you're fighting, right? Getting ready to get him. When we're fighting, right? So when you're going to throw that big hammer, right? I can, instead of if I'm flat-footed, right? I've got a, right? And y'all are strong. Like I'm gonna be hungry. I don't really hear about none of it, right? And it's a constant collide. But if you watch whenever I was out there, when you guys would throw a shot, the first thing I did was I didn't try to stop it. A lot of my stuff is like when flat snaps come in, right through the flat snap, right? When flat snaps come in, when you see my sword, I'm letting it graze off. I'm just deflecting it off my body. I don't want to take all that energy. Right? So if we're trying to stop it all, bang, that's all the energy that is 90 miles an hour sword into my flesh. Oh, right, that's heavy, right? So I'm going to take it, I'm going to do things, I'm going to deflect it away. So like you throw a flat step, any shot, right away. Right? If I want to do something with that, other than that, right, if I see the flat step start off, step in, right? And my spear is up here. That shot's going to come in, it's going to hit the top of that spear, and it's going to go right over it, right? Because you see where his arm, he's got no power. Like, bang, it's little things like this, but if you notice, everything I'm doing is down here, right? So try to think about when you're fighting right now, where are my feet? Like, am I light on my feet? So when I make that contact, am I bang, right? And if you find yourself throwing a shot, that shot doesn't work, now you gotta hurt. You gotta get out. So let's concentrate on that right now. Work those feet. Feet are most important on everything. Alright?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Dude, I record everything and I post it. I don't edit nothing. Right? I'm like
each other, and like you said, looking out for work.
I figured I'd ask you, sure. I forgot to ask ahead of time, sorry.
no, you know what? And that's what you do. That's what we do. We ask.
Well,
So that if people say no, then we respect it. But yeah, I got no problem.
Okay.
What it means for me is that more people hear stuff, and like we talked about, right? Maybe the way I say something works for them. Awesome.
I actually,
There you go. Nice footwork. Just gliding along. Nice. Don't lean. Remember, move your feet. step on that one will help it out a lot.
Gotcha. Thank you. Ready. I'm ready. Bro, sit your stuff down.
And the other thing is, like, when we talk about stuff, when we talk about body mechanics, when you did the bang, bang, right, but it was all up, right?
Yeah.
So you're playing tag, which is all awesome, right? Because your body's learning, can I touch that? And now we go, oh, look, touch it. Right? Oh. Can I touch it? Can I touch it? Right? Can I touch it from over here? Right? And then it's like, how can I put body mechanics in it where when I touch it, it's doing something, right? We're not, like I said, we're not trying to hurt our opponents, we're not trying to hurt our friends, but they need to be able to feel it. And like your buddies are going to have a tendency to take shots at a lighter, because your buddies, and they understand what you're doing. But when we get to crown or we get to a fight as a practice, right, your buddies have done you a good service. Not deliberate, right? Not deliberate. It's that thing. I tell people all the time, right? They'll fight a smaller stretcher, and a lot of times have a smaller stretcher, right? Like big guys like me, and like they'll fight a smaller stretcher fighter, and they'll be like, okay, and they'll be like, okay, that was good, right? Was it good? No, but you're like, but they're small, they can't laugh, you make all these excuses, right? So they're like, oh, that's good. And you come back to the next guy, like, and that guy's like, that's so good, right? Who's it?
First guy.
It's the guy that takes the light off. Because they're a perfect kid. But okay, they're right? So they think, now this is good. And then the next guy comes up and wants a good shot. Right? And they didn't pick it. The person that just threw the shot thinks that guy's an asshole. Wow. So that's the thing. I'm not saying you should be good at others. We talk about it. Saying, like, you're like, yeah, you touch like that's a cool butt. It's not part of it. Right? Okay. Well, I'm working on the thing. Right? So that's good. Like I do it all the time. Like I have a really hard time getting this leg in a certain position that I'm trying to work on. So I'll reach out, touch it all day. No, people are like, no, I'm like, no, it's fine. Right? I have no idea what I'm trying to do, but I'm working on it. Right? And so I'm like, getting this one power. This. Counter him, and that's what we're doing. But we'll be honest with our opponents and our training, and people training with like no, you touched it, that's cool, but that would not be hard to touch. Okay. Just what you did, you're not a cheater, right? Either. You're actually helping the person, right? And you're causing the next person they fight not to be a dick. A lot of people don't think about that. And we always think people like, oh, that guy's a dick, that guy's really a dick, that guy just his calibration says that he has to be like, which is what we're supposed to be. And the person he just fought has been told forever that she, he, they, whatever, were hitting just fine when in all actuality, all their buddies were being nice to them. But they weren't really doing that. So, think about that one.
Gotcha. Ready?
But really super cool on the reaching out and getting there and understanding that there's a lane, and now how can I manipulate that lane? Like what can I do to get there with more intention? And I'm going to tell you it's going to be a painful process because you're going to be thinking about that thing and you're going to go, I'm going to go over here and your shield's going to be way the fuck out here, right? And your sword's going to be out here and he's going to be like, well, I can see your whole helmet, bang, right? And you're like, maybe I should do this too, right? Like because there's a thing there. Right? But that's all part of the process.
Oh yeah, it's a trial and error.
Yep.
Is that look, it's something I do work on. Anytime I do get it, it's always light.
Me too.
I mean, it's hold steady for me. I'm not striking, I'm working on emotion. How do I a bit more vertical force? Possibly. I'm trying to get the hip motion to come back, but I need to bring it down at the same time. going to require a step, I think.
It requires a step, but the step is at a different time. Just watched it, right? You're throwing this, and then you're thinking about this step, right? Watch what I do. Step back, right? If I want that leg, right, and I know I need to be here to make that thing stick, right? What I'm going to do is, remember how we talked about that thrust where we leave our sword behind, right? I'm going to move. I'm not going to hit you hard, right? But I'm going to move, right? This flat snap muddies that length, right? And allows me to get to here already. So now I'm already here. Look at my hip, right? I'm already caged, right? So his first fastest shot is going to be a flat snap, right? So I'm going to take and I'm going to exchange tools. This is going to turn. See what I did? So I'm here, right? Shield here. This is mudding this lane. I'm going to exchange tools. And all I'm doing is this hit. Oh, ooh, your legs don't come all the way around. All right. I was like, you don't want him to learn this shot. I'm going to tell you. So it actually starts because you're thinking here, and now I got to get to here, right? Well, if I throw this, then he gets to throw as I'm trying to move through, right? So if I want to get to this section, this zone, right, I'm going to throw and move, right? And now I can unload, bang, right? But the big trick is exchanging tools, right? This tool's high, this tool's low. This is going to pass, and this is going to keep you safe. Bang. Wait, oh, sorry. I'm trying to make sure I'm touching that. Oh, right? And the cool thing about this is now it's really easy. You remember that return we were doing the other day?
What's that?
That return from this one? Once you get to here, right? It's really easy to do that drop return. So yeah, here's the thing is you were throwing here and you're like, okay, now I've thrown, now I need to go there, which is perfect. That's how we break it apart, right? Break it all the pieces. And where we're at though now, I think, is let's take the two first pieces, cram them together, right? First step is bang. This is my first step. I'm here now, right? All right, now I got a high tool, I got a low tool. I need to exchange that, right? That's two, right? Bang, right? And the thing is, when you throw this one, it's a scallop.
It's a what?
A scallop, right? That way you're bringing it edge on, right? That way, remember our orientation of our palm to the ground, right? Because it's easy to come in, right, this way, but if you look, right, orientation of the palm, that's flat. So you're throwing a scallop, right, and literally just revving the motorcycle engine, right, at the end. Right? So you'll step there, boom, there you go. It's good, it's a little rough, but it's getting there, it's awesome. Yeah, slow that process down some, right? Take a little bitty steps at a time. 1, 2, like, and I always come, I'm sorry, I just threw my shot, right? I always come to this because this is a defense for me. Because my stupid stick, I make that post. So where you have a shield, right? Because I know his first fastest shot is that flat step, right? So I throw, right? And then the first thing I do is I go post, because he will have defended the first one. His first fastest thing, so I make my post. So whatever he wants to throw, right, I'm fully covered. And as soon as this touches for me, right, then I unload on that leg. That's all that first step. You're moving your sword through. Right? It's a step. Right? Oh, there it is. And let the hand come out. Nice. When you're holding your sword, are you like this? You hold your sword like that? Like with all your fingers all closed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. Here we go. For the okay grip. Right? That means that my sword can move. Right? And what I do is when I want to throw, I close my hand. My index finger comes out. Right? So I roll it in my palm. Right? So it means that if I'm holding it like this, right? If I'm holding a flat snap like this, and and I throw a flat snap, right? Right, this is all tight, right? If I got my okay grip and I roll it through, but I can do really cool things, like I can come out here, right? Or I can let it drag behind, right? I don't have to be in the same position. I can modify that far by loosening my hand. Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. It's a little too tight around my crown.
We're sitting there talking a lot. I'm sorry, I took over. Take your helmet off, we'll talk a little bit more, and then you guys get back to fighting. Sorry.
Did you change the padding at some point, Fearghus?
So,
Thank you very much.
So it's that first step, right? It's that bang. This is the secret.
No, I just
Because I'm not gonna move back.
have a lot more hair than I padded it out with.
Oh, fair enough.
Bang, bang.
And you get a haircut.
You, with your shield, you may
That
not
would be a good
post
sign.
things, right? But it's still, I throw this, and you have to do something, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want, because I want to hide behind it, make this step. Right? Because I just do this, and then I make this step. Am I hiding? No. And you get to do whatever you want. Right? We're doing the thing where I move, you move, I move, you move. Right? That's very chess-like. We're not really playing chess. Playing more like a rugby. So it's hide behind that shot. Bang. Okay. So go ahead and try it. There you go. Release your hand a little bit, and don't twist my finger. Step. There you go. Don't lean so much. Remember how we talked about? Keep your shoulder and your hips in line, and that way you can. Okay. Nice, better.
Could I say something? I've noticed that when Alistair swings the second swing, it's like the tip of his sword is very close to how far out he has his shield, and I'm not sure he'd be able to like hit a leg without pushing the person back to miss the leg.
Part of my concern with Alistair's sword is it's about the same length as mine. I think your demigauntlet and this glove are inhibiting you. I understand protection, I understand padding, but you don't have very much manipulation, right? You saw I fight basically, literally it's my hand and a demigauntlet, right? But that way I can move mine, and that's exactly what he's talking about. It's much harder for you to get out to that shot, because this is as far as you can go, because your demigauntlet and the padded glove and all stop motion, right? The most you hold on to it, the most you have is like right there, right? And that's probably getting a little uncomfortable. Plus, you're still like hammer holding, right? Because you're all taught like hold it, right? Release that grip, let it just.
I got another pair of gloves. I might switch these out and for the smaller ones.
Yeah, for practice, what I would say is for practice, just take these out and just use your palm for now, right? Don't shoot your hand up, right? 'Cause you gotta go to work. But I'm gonna tell you, like he's gotta have the fingers, because I love this stuff, except for that, right? But he can manipulate his fingers. Like I'm the same way in mine. But for him to be able to do it, like you do your okay thing, right? And now when he goes to throw, he gets to just rotate. Like if you feel the rotation, like let your arm come all the way up. Boom, right? Do you feel how far you can go with that, and how it's not kind of binding up as much? I'm not a huge fan of the finger gauntlet, but it really makes that facsimile of what we're supposed to be doing. I would say try it if you're going to go semi-slow, just with your hand in the sword for now, right? Okay. And I think you're going to see a huge difference in how, when you're wanting to make these shots, how you can throw out to them instead of trying to hammer blow to them. And also, when you hold, if you don't allow your hand to move, your shots come up short and they move in an arc, right? Because remember how we talked about moving through the same line? That's part of it, is I can take my hand and move it through that same line. If I hold my sword, there's no way for me to do that, right? It's physically impossible. It's got to make this arc, because this is a hard angle. You feel?
Well, yeah.
Feels a little different?
I might go grab my work glove anyway.
Okay,
though.
yeah, no.
Just for feeling that rubbing on my knuckle right there.
Yep. No, dude, trust me. But yours will work well. I just make sure people show that out. He's wearing hockey gloves. And I'm like, dude, you okay with hockey gloves? Well, oh, yeah, I've been using hockey gloves for years, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. First shot, right? He comes out, he's fighting great sword, and I go, whoo, and he blocks. He goes, bang! And he just goes, what the? I'm like, are you all right? And he's holding his, he's still got his hockey glove on. I'm like, he's like, I don't know. He pulls the hockey glove off, and the tip of his pinky looked like somebody set a firecracker off on it. Ooh. Boom! I was like, oh, god dang it. And from that moment, I'm like, I will never wear hockey gloves. Nope.
Understandable.
No. And the funny thing I tell people is my wife, she got really nice boobs, and she won't let me touch them if my hands are in here. Right? So I take care of these things. But yeah, you think about that rolling that in your hand. Like, let it flow. And I'm going to tell you, it's a game changer, and you're going to be like, oh my god, that's so nice. Or you might be, yeah, Fearghus is full of shit, right? Like either one. You're still controlling it a lot. It's just what you know, right? You're still trying to control it. You think it's going to fly out of your hands. Right now, it might, right? But it's learning. So don't try to fight it so much. Just kind of let it flow. It's also difficult to see when you don't have something to impact. So you're like, I'm going to throw it away. No, I'm like,
What's that?
you want to try that leg one? I'll come over and be a dummy for you.
Sure. Thank you.
Don't hit me in the hand, please. Yeah, it's good, but let the thing come. Right? And there's nothing in this pocket that I'm wearing. But, so I'm not saying hit me, but let it come out there. Feel where it wants to travel.
He was totally right. The difference is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still kind of coming across, and that's going to give that thing where it's going to. What I want us to do is throw and then out to it and then stop. Right? Because that's that linear energy that we talked about and not the circular energy. Nice. Very nice. And just let that hip come forward.
We're doing the 1, 2, 3 thing you taught you a second ago.
Where you want your foot. But you're like, well, I was too far out. Okay. Now this is what we learned it. Right? Yep, boom. Oh, lordy lord. See, look at that. You see what I'm talking about? Where it just wants to come out.
Here.
Boom.
Don't actually hit me.
Yeah.
Right? Now we're going to work a third shot in. So go do the same thing. I want you to boom. Now leave the sword there.
Definitely go
Now remember when we
far
talked about
enough
that
where you
return?
actually would hit me, but stop ahead of time.
Right? And you come and the cool thing on that one is when you're here, right? You can come back and you know you're kind of squatted, right? When you throw this shot, you can
See,
stand
I'm stepping
straight
too far sideways. I need to step more forward.
up, right? Ooh, look at that. Keep this up there though. See, you're thinking about the thing, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Change
stepping
tools.
too far to the side. Very killable right now.
Yeah, it's like, this is so odd. Oh, shit.
I'm doing it.
Every time, I'm going to tell you right now, to this day, 20-some years, I'm like, I'm doing this really cool. Pow! Yeah, it's nice if I defended myself.
That's short.
Bang. Oh, see how that one's kind of wanting to... Anytime you feel that energy is starting to travel away from your opponent before point of impact, it means you're pulling energy out of the shot. Right?
That's good.
So what I want to do is to it and stop it. Right? Boom. Now we go. Right? And that'll train your brain. So this is a shot. This is a shot. This is a shot. This is a shot. Right? And that way when you pause, and that's good, that's okay to do now, it's bad to do in a fight. Right? But when you pause, yes, did I come out in linear motion, right? Or why am I facing that way? Right? That's not what I'm trying to hit. It's over there. Shit. Right?
Yeah.
So
I gotta do what they were telling me earlier and move where these connections are.
totally doable. Bang. Linear motion. stay over here. Just let it go out. Right? You feel your strength here in your hip, right? Because you're caged. And now you'll step. Fire. Okay? So bank step. Boom. And now back. Boom. See? Are you feeling that where you're pausing now? You're like, yes. I'm touching the thing. Right? And I'm touching the thing, not in a right?
Right.
Always go for a kill, because if you throw for a kill, like I don't throw a lot at the top of the head. I like throwing down here, right? Because if I throw over the top of the head, you can go like this, right? If you go like that, guess what happens? Right? But if I throw it here, you go like this, right? So I have all of this fuck up room, right? Where if you're throwing up here, you got very little fuck up room, right? So I like to throw across the chest, right? You can't dump that, but you got to leave. Right? If you're leaving, cool, I'm safe, right? I throw at the big meaty chunks, knowing that if they change something, I have targets that I still have secondary. But if I'm throwing at the little bitty tiny targets, I have nothing afterwards. That's why my little eye flashes, right? Those are primary targets, but it's bink. Is that good? No, okay. But all right, he's blinded. Now I'm going for the big meaty bit, right? So one more with you, and then we're gonna get back to doing a thing. Okay. Nice. Let that thing just. Right, you're coming from here to there. Point at it. Boom. Right? There you go. See how you did that? Your turn. And like I told him, nothing in this pocket to break. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
Boom. Okay, so you're same thing, we're gonna stop it. You're getting to here and you're making a circle, and feel the circle and your energy's over here and not here, and that's what your energy is. Right? So we're gonna pause it. We're gonna throw our shot, and when we get to here, when we throw this, we're gonna go. Yep, that's what I want to do. Linear motion with the gear. Now, the next one, there. Right? So, you'll throw your flat step, and now you're gonna take you'll take your step, or did you already take your step?
Go ahead.
We're starting over here. I missed the step. Right? So, boom. Okay. Now, bang. See, that's nice. You feel the energy. You feel it in your hand how it's coming straight to it.
Yeah.
It's not making this loop. It's making it bang. Right? If I took your sword away, you'd basically be poking you in the leg. Right? Bang. There's your energy right there. That's what we're looking for. That's going to give you the energy to throw the shot and not have a check.
Okay.
Nice. And a little more forward.
A little more forward. Yeah. I
Get-
realized I was going to the side too much.
Get me like right here in this, just so you see that part of the stick right there. That's not you throwing, I'm talking about your stick. This is what you want to get your opponent. About right there.
Okay.
Feel where your energy was at? Which way were you facing? You're looking over there.
Yeah. Did I curve off?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Ooh,
Sorry.
that's all right. No, that's perfect though. That's perfect. When it worked, you were like, oh shit, right? Like, I'm gonna take the feet off though.
Oh yeah, that was much better that time.
Right. And that was, and as soon as it happened, I saw your face go. And it was the fear of, oh shit. And then the next one was like, oh god. Like, I felt that. I felt the energy change. Right? Again.
Okay.
See?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pulling that hand back.
Yeah. Have it here. I need a break.
Yep, and that's what we got to find out the habit. We're working on that.
So that's
Right
why I lean
now-
forward instead.
What I'm seeing is this edge of your shield is inhibiting the shot, and you're running down the edge of it. So what you may need to do if you're going to fight with the shield is when you want to throw that shot, pull the shield back here, and it will get out of the way of the shot. But it is going to open up a little bit more of your body.
Okay.
those will high through those are duck.
Gotcha. Okay.
See, that was a hack. Feel it?
Yeah.
Mark? Nice, better. Hand out.
Hand out.
Hand out. Oh, I'm throwing to it, not fire.
Got you. Okay.
There, better. Better. Rev the engine so it's not slicing because you're catching me like up here on my flap.
Okay.
Drag it into the socket. So rev the engine. See right there. Rev that engine. Feel it? Feel this turn?
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
So it's not a bang slice. That's what you're doing. You're like this turn, slice, with that bang, rev. Right? See the crescent I'm making?
Bang.
Ah! Oh, look at that face. Look on your face. You're like, oh shit, that just happened, didn't it? You're like, oh god dang, that thing is going towards my opponent. Yeah. Go ahead. You guys want to do something? Whatever.
Coming up?
Yeah. But yeah, rev that engine into it. See, look at that smile. God damn it. That's why I do it. Right there. 100% why I do this sport. Make your crescent with your hand. There you go. Bang. Crescent. Boom. There you go. Better. Don't lean. Hip. You're doing this one. Here and this. And you're making your step. Right? You're bang. So here. Right? Hit. Bang. And it also clear your head. Go more power, right? And it's easier now to make that crescent. Right? Hey, look at that. You showing up? You're awesome. Hey. So, flat step, right? Here, that's my crescent. Okay. Do you have a lanyard?
Just so you two are aware, it's 11:13.
11 now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Crescent. I'll even leave you alone. Won't even stop the fight.
Well,
Where am I keys?
5 for a second. People are starting to arrive then.
Sure. You boys here? So, my inner thigh has
Unless you want to just go ahead and bust out some rounds and start packing up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Sounds good.
Yeah? How you doing? Bruised or I was looking at my weapons, and I think part of it also ended up making like I think I told you something like this.
I didn't notice because it was kind of chilly out here.
It was feeling right to them. They were like, and so I think my brain did the same calculation that you were talking about. But way. They're lighter, not have one, I'm probably gonna.
What? We're gonna let's both try to swing it at the same time. Yeah. Black swords, double fire.
Ready?
Ready.
What are you doing? Come here. Yeah, we both go left. We both go left. If we both go left, we don't get anyone. Come here, goddammit. Apparently you got other situations training, like hugging etiquette. Lord. I was like, what, John, are we smooching? Like, at least take me out to a date. Yeah, this right here.
Damn.
No color, but they are
Definitely something
like,
I
how
need
did I get the trophy? Right? I just think that. Yeah. You don't even get the picture. Yeah. Yesterday I was a complete and utter dick, and my swords, I believe, I've dropped about 4 pounds of overall and my swords have soft spots. And so yesterday I was hitting people when I thought was right, but because I had less weight, everything was moving faster, and my sword when I would hit people in the where I wanted to hit them out of range, I don't know, so I take a step back for a shot, and now I'm hitting with a big super tip where I think I gotta get harder. So I would crush them, and like your nice back is in pain, and his back is in pain because I fucked her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fix the problem. Okay. So
Probably fine. Probably good. Hey, John.
oh, this is Clann. From the cartoon? From the man who's got balls that clap together when he walks.
Mike, that's what.
Wasn't that cartoon? Who was Clann? So, Clann's story is this. Clann, when I first got out here, he was fighting great weapon, stuff like that.
That was fun.
Kind of tentative, shit like that. And so, working with him, things like that. He's gonna end up being better off to Fearghus. Fearghus is a big one. But he's very timid. So I would make fun at him. And over time, he's got more and more confident. Right? So one day, he got this new set of knees. They're really nice. They got this big awesome. Big ass knees. And he's sitting there, I'm doing shit about something. He fucking rattles off something like mouthing. And goes to walk away and goes, bang! And his fucking, his smack together. Oh, like,